Back on Get Up, we got another Way Back Wednesday as we are counting down the Super Bowls that were played on these days. I will come back to that one a little bit later. We're 4 days from the Super Bowl, and Sal Paolantonio is live and embedded with the Eagles, the only place he should be in New Orleans. So, Sal, let's dive into this game here. You spoke with two of the main characters in this epic season, Saquon Barkley and Nick Sirianni. What did they tell you?
2 words, Greeny: unfinished business. Specifically, Saquon Barkley. I talked to him one-on-one on opening night Monday at the Superdome. And he told me during the year, listen, I want to rewrite my story. But it's not only about going to the Super Bowl, it's about winning the Super Bowl. And Nick Sirianni remembers all too well, Super Bowl 57, they didn't get the job done, fell short by 3 points, and he has stressed the fact that they've got to get it done this time and keep to their core values in this football game. Tough details together.
So that's what we'll see from them as far as the running game. On the other side of the ball, Vic Fangio has been a revelation for the Eagles in year one as a defensive coordinator. I've made the point, you could make an argument he's the coach of the year in the NFL, even though he's not a head coach. How is his defense preparing for Patrick Mahomes?
It's one of the amazing stories of the NFL season, right? Vic Fangio, oldest defensive coordinator in the league, 66 years old, youngest defense in the league. I like to call it, with all due respect to Ernest Hemingway, the old man and the D. And this D has got speed at all 3 levels. And I was told that in his first defensive meeting here at the team hotel, he gathered the players and he showed them these numbers. They are 5-0. On artificial turf this year, giving up a ridiculously low 11.6 points per game. That's a full touchdown better than the number 2 team, the Chargers, and the number 3 team, the Vikings. They've got speed on all 3 levels. This is Turf Nation S5 turf that they have at the Superdome. It is designed for quote-unquote high performance, a.k.a. speed. And the Eagles have speed on defense, 5-0 this year on artificial turf.
Okay, very well done. We'll see if the sun also rises for Mahomes or for that defense in this matchup. All right, so then let's talk then finally about Jalen Hurts. It's his arm that has been the subject of so much conversation. His legs are obviously outstanding. Saquon Barkley's legs are unprecedentedly outstanding. But why is the arm of the quarterback the key to this game, in your opinion?
Because he's got to go deep early. He's got to stretch the field on the Kansas City Chiefs. Keep Justin Reed, keep Trent McDuffie, keep Steve Spagnuolo's defense honest. Get them off the line of scrimmage. Make sure they're occupied covering A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith deep. Then they're not nosing down near the line of scrimmage in run defense. Now they're not preoccupied with coming after Jalen Hurts in blitzes off the corner. Get the ball deep down the field, loosen them up early, and then let, as they like to say, let the beast out. Let Saquon Barkley run number 26 behind the heaviest offensive line in the National Football League. You pass to score points, you run to win in the National Football League. That's the Eagles' formula. That's what I think they will do in this game.
All right, it will be a fascinating chess match to watch. Sal, outstanding. I'll be down there this evening. I'll come find you. Thank you very much for jumping in here. Let me bring it back to my crew, and let's do an expert review, which is brought to you by TaxAct. Hawk, you have put together a little tape for us here on the matchup you think is the most important in Super Bowl 59.
I'm watching Trent McDuffie on the outside for the Chiefs in press coverage because he's best in press and his defense wants to press him. But here's A.J. Brown, who is also incredible versus press. You'll see him get physical at the line. You'll also see him here where, again, you're playing within that 5-yard percentage, being able to be elusive enough to make guys miss. You'll also see him, again, be quick off the line because he's a threat on a go ball down the field, but also can separate. That's what makes A.J. Brown special, is that he can do all the things. And lastly, you'll see him put all those things together. Threaten downfield with the go ball, be physical at the point of attack, create separation. Now, when you look at A.J. Brown and you press, the reason why teams don't typically press him, whenever he's pressed, he has a 37% target rate, which means Jalen Hurts says, nothing to think about. They're pressing the best receiver in the game. I'm going to him with the football. How that matchup comes to life will dictate how the Super Bowl goes.
So do you agree with Sal that they will take some deep shots early in this game, particularly maybe to Brown?
Absolutely. Absolutely. They're going to play a lot of single high because of the run game. And again, if they're pressed man-to-man, you got to throw it down the field.
Well, that run game is what you're watching, D. Wood.
Absolutely, because their offense run through Saquon Barkley. I always talk about when we talk about the Philadelphia Eagles on offense, it's a numbers game. You play 6 in the box, 7 in the box. That's Saquon Barkley all day. And if he's gaining 4, 5, 7 yards, I always say you have to earn the right to rush the passer. So the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to be committed to stopping the run. And when you commit to stopping the run, guess what happens on the outside? One-on-one opportunities. How many corners can guard A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith one-on-one outside? It just puts you in a dilemma, from a numbers aspect.
Yeah, so we'll keep it. Hopefully there'll be better tackling from the defense in Kansas City than we see on that one. And then, and a surprise to absolutely no one, Bart is focusing on the defense and a different Jalen. It's Jalen Carter. Can we just roll that tape I like one more time as I give it to Bart here? This is one of my favorite tapes that we've seen. This is first Jalen Carter.
Look at the athleticism of that.
And then this.
What did the 5 fingers say to the face?
What?
Smack! Cold-blooded.
Who's the guy?
Well, listen, when you talk about the last time we saw Patrick Mahomes lose the Super Bowl, it was against Todd Bowles. And how did he rattle him? A-gap pressure, right? So you talk about
right up the middle.
Right, you don't have to blitz. You have to get Patrick Mahomes off his spot. Jalen Carter may not have all the sack productivity, but he's a guy that sets the table for the pass rushers on the outside, right? He's a guy that closes the show. Interior pressure forces Patrick Mahomes to take his eyes off of the pass combinations and look at the rush and try and elude the rush. And then that's where you have Nolan Smith, Josh Sweat, Bryce Huff, and Brandon Graham. Remember, Brandon Graham is a three-peat killer. Last time the New England Patriots was going for a three-peat, Brandon Graham closed the show with the biggest play in the Super Bowl. I look for this to be the most pivotal matchup in all the game.
Yeah.
Rattling Patrick Mahomes, making him run his feet so he can't go down and break down your defense.
Graham has been hurt, but it looks like he's working his way back and will play in this game. That play the ending there against the Rams in the snow, that reminded me of Aaron Donald closing out the Super Bowl against Joe Burrow.
Yes, exactly. Because he's so, listen, this is where maybe some of the things that happened for the Chiefs this season may come back to bite them because they had to take their best interior guy and move him outside.
Joe Tooney.
Right, Joe Tooney. So now Jalen Carter is going to get a backup in Trey Smith and Kelly Endo, right? So it's going to, listen, that's going to be a lot to have to deal with. And if he can get consistent pressure, I'm telling you, I like the Philadelphia Eagles.
The one thing, Trey Smith is a veritable giant of a man.
Yes, he is.
But what's a goon to a goblin, though? What's a goon to a goblin? Because that guy he going over there is different. So I don't care how big that guy is. I'm taking
Lil Wayne reference, Green.
No, I had a feeling.
Okay, I'm just making sure my guy is right.
What you do, you just nod like you knew what it was. See? And then everyone just says, "Oh, Greeny, know that."
Yeah, that's right.
And then we go on.
My bad.
Coming up.
How's it going, everybody? Villa Sports Network here. Just want to thank you guys for your support on the channel. Thank you guys for watching the video. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I also want to kind of remind you to don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment on the video if you like as well. But regardless of the fact, thank you again for your support, and hope to see you on the next video.